It was a young boy down on the ground on his back, being beaten and shoved back down and hit.
Oh, I don't want my dad to get arrested.
Then he kept punching him down on the back.
It's not like we spank our kids all the time and we're beating on our children. I mean, my husband's a police officer.
A family vacation in Naples, Florida, takes a shocking turn when a bystander witnesses a man striking a child in public. As police arrive on the scene, the situation escalates in an unexpected way. The suspect is no ordinary civilian, but an off-duty police officer. What started as a call about potential child abuse quickly turns into a complex investigation, revealing conflicting witness statements, legal gray areas, and a debate over parental discipline versus excessive force.
Corporal punishment is not illegal in the state of Florida, so if that's why I was stopped, I'm just going to leave my comments there.
The following report until now. Please note that all persons charged with a crime are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. As the sun sets, a Naples Police Department officer arrives at the scene, where witnesses claim...
Several witnesses call 911. Reporting that a man was hitting a young boy with a belt in public. Conflicting witness accounts emerge. Some say the child was struck once, while others claim it was multiple times, including punches. The responding officers stop a white SUV matching witness descriptions. The man inside identifies himself as Philip Kennedy, a sergeant with the Mkasuki Police Department in Miami. Officers ask him to step out of the vehicle, discovering he is armed and carrying a police ID.
The man is identified as 55-year-old Philip Kennedy, who states that he's not only an officer with the Mkasuki Police Department in Miami, but also serves as an acting sergeant.
You know why we stopped you?
Yeah.
What's that?
The incident that happened by the pier?
Okay. Can you explain to me what happened?
What are you getting at? What do you want me to answer?
Well, you said that you know why I'm stopping you.
Well, I believe I know why, but I'd like you to tell me.
Okay.
An officer who just arrived at the scene heads over to speak with one of the witnesses in an effort to learn exactly what they saw happen.
So what'd you witness?
I witnessed a man beating a kid on the sidewalk with a belt.
Okay. And then he got
into that car, and he's on the passenger side.
The kid is in the car also?
The kid's in the car also.
Okay. And are you willing to do a statement?
Yes.
Okay.
He's got a gun on him. He's a Mississippi cop. You're probably the best. I don't have kids. You have kids?
All right, sir. You just do me a favor?
Yes.
Just step out of the vehicle.
Absolutely. I'll keep my hands where you can see them. I already told him I'm a police officer. You guys got nothing to worry about with me. I'm not. I know you're doing your job. Put on the hood.
That's okay. I'm just gonna remove the fanny pack.
Absolutely.
All right. Do you have anything else on you? Any other weapons or anything? All right.
While waiting at the vehicle with Philip's wife, Lisette, an officer attempts to console her son, who is just 10 years old.
It's okay.
I don't want my dad.
We're just talking to your dad. That's all we're doing.
Is he gonna get arrested?
We're just talking to him. That's all we're gonna do. Okay?
All right. I'm just gonna get a quick search, right?
But it's just money, credit cards, paperwork, receipts, stuff like that.
What happened today?
With all due respect, I don't want to answer any questions without having a lawyer present.
Okay.
The only thing I will say is, as a police officer, I'm pretty abreast of the law. Corporal punishment is not illegal in the state of Florida, so if that's why I was stopped, I'm just going to leave my comments there.
Okay.
With Philip unwilling to speak with police, officers must rely on witness statements to determine whether his disciplinary actions were reasonable or if they crossed the line. As witnesses recount what they saw, the details become increasingly concerning.
It was a young boy down on the ground on his back, being beaten and shoved back down and hit. This red
Victor,
belt or leash or something. It was weird. I can't believe I saw that.
In a situation like this, would somebody have to press charges? Would the kid have to press charges?
It depends on the extent of what has happened, the injuries. Approximately how old was the child? You had to guess.
He looked like 9, maybe 10.
Okay, so it wasn't like a 2-3-year-old that was getting whipped. Okay,
No.
okay. I'm not saying it makes it right. I'm just saying
I know
obviously
where you're
contextually
coming from.
it makes a big difference.
Yeah, it does.
Do you know what we're waiting for by any chance?
It's been so much radio traffic, it's hard to decipher which is coming from where.
I got you. I'm just curious.
While waiting, Philip makes a sudden complaint, prompting action from the officers.
I'm starting to get chest pains. Would you be able to have rescue check me out, please?
You want EMS out here?
Yes, please.
All right, I got you, man.
Thank you.
Is it sharp, acute, like just happened?
Yeah.
All right.
That's why I asked for the water, hoping,
if you don't mind me asking, you don't have to answer if you don't want to. Do you have any history of chest pains or anything like that? Anything that I should let EMS know about?
I've had chest pains before, yes.
You had chest pains before?
I went to the hospital, yes.
Okay.
The officer calls for paramedics to evaluate Philip, while another interviews the witnesses who initially called 911.
When he was hitting the kid, how was he hitting him? Like
hard, very kind of
right, but what was the motion of it? Was it overhead?
Yeah.
Or was it down here?
No, like this.
He was coming from over his head.
Like it, when you hit a dog, that because he's mad. He was very mad. He told the kid, "Don't do that. Don't do that."
Okay, and you said that the kid fell to the ground.
Yes, the kid fell to the ground.
And then he
went like
and the
this.
kid was covering up, trying to prevent from being hit again. And then he was hit again.
No, he did it one time.
Only one hit?
Yeah, only one time.
Lisette will later explain exactly what led to such a reaction from Philip. For now, the paramedics arrive to assess his chest pain and express concerns over the young boy.
You want to come and talk to them?
Hi.
What's going on?
Chest pains.
Okay.
Sip of water, hopefully get better, but it's starting to get a lot worse.
Okay.
That arm is starting to fill up.
here.
I've had,
Was there a second? Was there?
There's an allegation of him slapping or striking his kid.
Is the kid okay?
Yes. Somebody else is lead on it, but I don't think the kid's injured as far as any medical.
While one officer remains with Philip, another heads with the paramedics to speak to the boy's mother.
Mom?
Yeah.
Okay. Is your son okay?
Yeah.
Okay. No injuries?
No.
So we're trying to figure it out. Because corporal punishment in the state of Florida is all right.
Yeah,
as long as it hits certain criteria. So we're still trying to figure everything out because we got witnesses over here. We're talking to our sergeant.
All right. If you guys don't mind, before we go, just put eyes on the kid and just let us know if it's good.
Yeah, I got you. I'll walk over there right now and make sure he's all good.
He'll soon speak with the child, but first the officer attempts to alleviate Lisette's concerns for her husband and learns what started the entire ordeal in the first place.
I mean, he's cognizant. He's fine, from what I can tell. He's with everything.
All this big deal.
I understand.
All this for. Do you have children?
I do not have children, ma'am. No.
It's not like we spank our kids all the time and we're beating on our children. I mean, my husband's a police officer. I work in the medical field. We don't,
I got you.
Philip's wife defends him, saying it was just discipline and not abuse.
Like right now, he's only allowed to do karate because he gets bad grades in school. I mean,
I got you. Again, we're just responding to a call, and I'm sure your husband can attest to it too. He's been very cooperative with us.
Yeah, of course he's gonna be. He's been a police officer for over 30 years.
So yeah, and we.
But this gives you anxiety because we've never been on this side of the law.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
We're clean, decent people. We're actually on vacation.
Yeah, honestly, and like I said, we're just responding to something that we got.
And I even paid the guy for the thing. For
the thing?
Well, what happened was there was a shovel in the sand. He found the shovel.
Okay.
Right. He started playing with it. And then we started calling him to come to the pier because we were leaving and, we were standing there watching him. And he threw the shovel in the ocean. And then the man told him, get in the ocean and get my shovel. Mm-hmm. He didn't know that shovel belonged to somebody because he had found it in the sand. And the man goes, that's my daughter's shovel. Go get it. Can't go in the ocean. Mm-hmm. So we started calling him and he told the man, I can't go in the ocean. It's too deep. So he started walking towards me. And when we were getting to the car, the man calls my husband and says, listen, your kid threw my shovel. I turned around. I go, how much is a shovel? And I give him $5 and I walked away. Mm-hmm. So I guess after that, then I guess that's when somebody saw my husband spank him in the leg. That's what they're saying. I mean, that's what he said. I mean, and that was it.
Okay.
I even paid the guy the $5.
No, I got you.
Give me a couple bucks. I give him $5. It was an old shove on me. But all this over that.
Meanwhile, while the initial 911 callers reported seeing the boy struck only once, their statements conflict with other witnesses who were asked to describe the strikes.
How many times? Give me like a roundabout number.
5, 6, 7.
5, 6. Okay. And how did the kid react to being hit?
I think he was struggling and he was defending himself.
He was trying to defend himself.
And
so
the man beat him with the red thing, and his hand was like a whip. But then he kept punching him down on the ground. So there'd be a whip and then a punch.
So he's whipping and punching.
Yeah.
Okay.
At Philip's request, he's transported away from the scene by ambulance to be examined at a nearby hospital. With Lisette's permission, the officer questions the 10-year-old boy himself just outside their vehicle.
All right. What's up, buddy?
What's up?
You all good?
Yeah.
All right. Where'd your dad discipline you?
Old child tells officers he was hit on the bottom, but does not initially mention injuries. Upon further inspection, officers find red marks on the child's back and ribs.
You've been collecting, man.
For like 3 years.
3 years?
And Pokemon.
And Pokemon? All right. Well, who's your favorite Pokemon?
Blastoise.
Blastoise? Blastoise is a good choice. I'm more of a fire guy myself, so I gotta go. You ever heard of Blaziken? Karate chicken, I call him? Yeah, it's pretty cool. He said he was disciplined on his right bottom. Or that's what he's like on my bottom, but he like pointed to this side right here. But obviously out in public, that sort of thing, like EMS already left. I can't see any clear signs of bruising or anything on the kid.
Although witnesses and the family provide conflicting accounts, a detective is on the way to examine the boy firsthand and uncover the truth. Meanwhile, officers search for evidence that might corroborate the witnesses' claims.
Man, where's your husband's belt? Is that it right there? No, that's part of your pocketbook. He had a red belt, right?
Red? Maybe what they saw red was this, my strap.
Is he still wearing the belt?
I have no idea. He probably would have been wearing the belt.
While waiting with officers earlier, Philip seemed to struggle with his pants due to not wearing a belt. It also isn't located in his fanny pack, leaving officers to question where it went. As the detective arrives to the scene, officers fill him in on what they've learned so far.
They watched the dad basically alternate overhand belt strikes and like punched him as well? Yeah, while he was on the ground. The kid doesn't say that, but that's what the first car says. Yeah.
After speaking with witnesses himself, the detective has a few stern questions for Lisette.
So you didn't see your husband?
Oh, I was with my daughter. I gave the guy the $5 and he started walking.
So far I have 2 witnesses putting you right behind when the incident happened, right behind your husband, kind of, in view of what happened.
No, my husband and me were going the opposite way. The guy was coming like this.
And then where's your husband going?
I don't know. They're looking for the belt. I don't know.
With Lisette's permission, the detective speaks with the child himself and finally gives him a thorough examination.
Hey, turn around, buddy. You can put your shirt down. Okay, I'm just gonna take one more picture of you, okay? Alright, hop in the car for me, okay? The first couple, they said they saw something red, which is the hat. Because he said when they walk in, they threw the... They saw him throw it on the dashboard, so that's gonna be a hat.
Yeah, I know, they said a red hat. But...
And then the kid does have a...
Yeah, he's got a welt on
You
his
see it
back.
right there?
Yep.
And then this right there. So it was at least 2 hits that hit him.
The family is escorted back to the police station, where officers search the family vehicle and find what they've been looking for.
Anything?
Officers look for the belt used in the alleged beating. It is later found hidden in the glove compartment of the family vehicle.
It's definitely a belt, though.
Reports state that the victim raised his shirt and showed 2 raised red marks on his back and ribs, matching the width of Philip Kennedy's belt. With the investigation complete, officers determined that his actions exceeded legal corporal punishment. Kennedy is arrested at the hospital, where his chest pains are diagnosed as anxiety. He is charged with child abuse without great bodily harm, given a $10,000 bond,
and placed on administrative leave by his police department.
Just wanted to thank you both for your professionalism.
I appreciate it, man.
I respect
situation.
Yeah, it's really for everybody. I appreciate the way you guys have handled it. You have my respect. And unfortunately, I've been in your guys' shoes too, and it's been the other way around, so I know both sides. Yeah. It sucks.
55-year-old Philip Kennedy was later charged with child abuse without causing great bodily harm, given a bond of $10,000, and ordered to relinquish his firearms. On January 30th, 2020,
Kennedy pleads not guilty on January 30th, 2025. His wife files an affidavit to dismiss the charges and lift the court's no-contact order. The case sparks debate about parental rights, discipline, and abuse laws in Florida.
Kennedy on administrative leave while the case remains ongoing.